shidduchim.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the podcast called Good for Shidduchim. I'm your host, Sarah, and I'm with my co-host and brother-in-law. You want to introduce yourself?
You were both right. My name is Max Landisman. My host is clearly, this is her first job as a host. She's doing a wonderful job.
Give me some.
But no matter what, we are talking about the most important thing in the world, shidduchim.
Yeah, so in this podcast, we're going to talk about matchmaking, dating, issues within the dating community, being an older single, whatever that means in the community while dating, double standards for girls and boys while dating. We'll bring on different psychiatrists, different cultures in terms of how they date, different dating stories, good, bad, and controversial issues and problems within the dating community.
I love controversial because it's all in the name of shidduchim.
All in the name of shidduchim.
That's right.
So we called the podcast Good for Shidduchim, and then in parentheses we did
Not good for
shidduchim.
Right.
So we'll probably bring in that play on words throughout the podcast.
Right, of course, because remember, everything is good for shidduchim except shadchanim. As they say, or at least I say, God makes matches and shadchanim destroy them.
Yes, that could be.
That is what this is all about, to help shadchanim not be terrible at what they do and to hopefully make a real difference.
We'll also have a platform for people to speak about how they feel about dating in general.
Right, and that is why Sarah is the host and not me, because if it was just me, it would literally be an entire bashing of the shidduchim world. But it's good to have a nice balance.
Yeah, we'll definitely talk about the good and the bad in terms of shadchans. But
Right.
yeah, we'll take it day by day or episode by episode.
Right, let's see if you can survive the first episode. So far,
I'll
so
see if
good.
I
So
can
far, so good.
survive.
Right,
I'll see if I can survive the first episode.
right. It's good for shidduchim, so keep going. Yeah, you're doing good. Doing good.
Okay.
Yeah, Sarah's actually a nurse by trade.
I thought we weren't going to say what we're doing.
It's too late. I lied. The reason why I'm saying that is because this is probably like one of your first times with like a microphone, actually hosting a show. You were on one show before, right? But
I'm not at all used to this in my trade. That's for sure.
Yeah, because I've had a show before. But nothing crazy. But I interview a lot of CEOs and some really awesome people, and I learned how to host and whatever it is. So we'll naturally slide into this role, which I'm very excited about.
Okay, but the reason why you're not hosting it is because you kind of want to step to the side a little bit.
I really just want it to be the commentary of the show, kind of like the Stephen A. Smith, where whether you like him or you hate him, you're listening.
Yeah, you'll get a woman's perspective and a male perspective. That's for sure.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I think you'll definitely make sure that it's an even-keeled show versus me again, just ripping on everything.
Yeah, I'm excited. I think it's going to be a great show.
I'm very excited.
Yeah.
I think my whole life has led up to this moment.
Moment of what?
Starting Shidduchim podcast.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I know it's been in the works for a while. So.
A real Shidduch podcast. I don't want to hear about any of this. Oh my gosh, we're doing our best. We're just God's messengers. Bull crap.
Or if you're not good at your job, then maybe just kind of step aside.
Yeah.
And allow other people to just integrate their work.
What was that study that they said basically, I believe Bela Seabrow quoted in her article, that there are more shadchanim today than there ever has been, and there are less shidduchim ever today than there ever has been, essentially. Meaning the more shadchanim there are, the less shidduchim are out there. Because everyone thinks they're a shadchan, and they're not.
Well, yeah, I wonder if the two are related somehow.
Yep. For the record,
very suspicious.
Yeah, and for the record, I'm not a shadchan. However, I don't really set people up. However, the few I did, I probably set up maybe anywhere between 6 and 8 people. 2 of them became marriages. 1 of them happens to be sitting across the table from me.
That's right, yeah.
And we're going to be talking all about how I was able to do it. And I feel like at least people are going to say, oh, you only set up 2, whatever.
Wait, we are? We're going to go through that?
The craziest thing is that both my matches, both couples are extremely happy today. Like someone says, oh my gosh, I made 150 shidduchim and maybe 3 of them are still happy today. Whatever. So we're going to be talking about that too.
It's about quality, not
just
quantity.
Well, again, like the Jewish, especially in the Orthodox worlds, and the more religious you get, we're talking about, generally everyone's pretty much at the same belief system, value system, everything like that. And so you're not dating for a long time. You're dating for what, a month or whatever, sometimes
It
3 months.
depends. It all
Some people
depends.
date for 3 weeks, some people date for 3 months, whatever it is. We're not talking a year, 3 years, living together for 2 years. To just literally just take two people literally in the same value system to date for like 2 or 3 months. I mean, like, it's not as difficult as in matching people who are literally from completely different backgrounds, completely different everything. And so just saying, my point is just saying, like, if someone matches people up in the Jewish world, it's not as difficult as it is in general.
Hmm. So you're saying, so what you're saying is people make it a little more difficult than it really has to be.
100%.
Hmm.
Well, we'll definitely get into that because, like, I mean, people, when I set you up with Shlomi, I didn't
Yeah,
even know who you are.
I
You know
know.
what I did know was what you were looking for, and apparently that you claim it wasn't what you were looking for, but in reality, you wanted a former guy. You were complaining you were not
Yeah,
going out with a former guy. I
yeah.
happen to know Shlomi, that was like his number one priority. He's done with the girls who write on their stupid resumes that say, I'm looking for a guy who davens 3 times a day, has a relationship with a Rebbe, blah, blah, blah. They're all full of crap. And in reality,
That
when they actually are getting married, honey, why are you going to shul? Why don't you spend more time with me? Whatever. My brother happens to actually go to shul. So that could be a major problem if you're just saying, the shotgun is telling you to write must daven with me 3 times a day. From my understanding, you actually wanted a husband who would go 3 times a day.
hmm
And when Shlomi would bring up, by the way, I happen to learn a lot, you wouldn't say, well, that's weird. You wouldn't say that.
No.
Someone actually did say that.
Yeah, he told me somebody
It's
said it would be
ridiculous.
weird. But
Ridiculous.
everybody has their
Everybody has their thing, but
their deal breakers and what they're looking for in a partner.
people need to know what people are looking for by saying that I like ice cream, you like ice cream. That's not a match. That's maybe a match on why you connect. That may be 100% match on why you connect.
Uh-oh. We're
But
not going to get into why you
we're
connect
not going
right
to get into
now.
why you connect.
No.
But this is why Sarah's on the show, to keep it level. Imagine if she wasn't here. You could literally put, like, you would think I'm running my own cult against like the shidduch world, but in reality, I'm really trying to,
I think we're just
highlight.
we're just trying to create a space that's safe for people that feel that it's difficult in dating or matchmakers that feel it's hard to set up certain people. It's just going to be a safe space for the dating culture, the dating community.
Yep.
I feel like there are some platforms that it's not like a safe space, even if they do say that.
What do you mean by that?
A safe space?
Like, there are some platforms that aren't a safe space. What do you mean?
Yeah, well, I feel that if it's a safe space, that anybody can ask us, any type of question, and anybody can say pretty much, how they feel in terms of dating, and there's not going to be any judgment based on
Gotcha. Does this have anything to do with your article?
that. We could talk about the article a different time.
Okay, fine, but can I
But
mention the premise?
judgment,
Fine. Okay, fine.
judgment-free zone in this podcast.
I certainly hope so, because I'm on it.
Yeah, well, yeah, no,
Everyone's gonna
definitely
be
be
judging her.
judgment free.
Yeah.
And yeah, freedom to feel the way they feel, say what they want to say. And I just don't feel like we have that autonomy in the community, modern Orthodox community, I should say. So.
Right. But again, this is a therapy session. We will be delving into actual hardcore things that we can do to essentially make this better. Everybody thinks they're making everybody's like,
We'll talk about how we could try to make it better. We're not here to create total solutions to everything, but there are definitely things that need to be addressed that haven't been addressed. People go about it, try to veer off to the side about it, or they don't think it's a big issue.
Right.
And things need to be brought up. Everybody
Right.
says there's a shidduch crisis, and there's a big question mark as to how that's happening. Well, I feel like we can talk about, like different ways that is happening.
I'll be the first to say it's not one particular person or thing or making the problem. It's everybody is part of the problem. Every single person is part of the problem. Shadchanim, most of them don't know what the hell they're doing, right? They don't do essentially what they're supposed to do. But again, you don't need to be doing this. This is like, well, we're trying to help. In reality, we'll get to specific details later on where they're literally not only not making matches, but also killing people from the inside. We'll definitely talk all about that.
Yeah.
Girls complain about guys all the time. Guys complain about girls all the time. We'll use specific examples from both sides because no side is clean per se. And again, I do think from a guy's perspective, everyone blames the guy for everything. It's always the guy. He's a schmuck, whatever it is. You know what? Sometimes it's not the guy's fault. I'll give you a perfect example.
This is Max's story.
Yes, this is one story.
This is one of many stories.
That's right.
Is this going to be in this episode?
Sure.
I don't know.
What, the intro?
I don't know.
Fine, you don't want it? Fine. We'll save it for the next episode. We'll save it for the next episode.
Next episode.
That's why you gotta subscribe and follow.
I was thinking it's going to be light and fluffy. And
nothing light and fluffy when I'm in it.
Nothing light and fluffy on Max's end.
Right, exactly. Except my donuts. Those are light and fluffy.
Oh, and also Sammy's bagels.
They're phenomenal, right?
Light and fluffy in the inside.
They'll never sponsor this episode, but they are very good.
You know what? That's okay. I can talk about Sammy's bagels.
Yeah, because...
Raisin bagel with cream cheese.
What? This is the difference between insanity and sanity. Cream cheese on a raisin bagel.
Yeah.
You mean cinnamon raisin bagel.
Cinnamon raisin bagel. Toasted.
Right. I'm not a picky eater, but I'm sure I'll throw up right after. Probably.
No, you won't.
Yeah.
What's yours? Your choice is onion.
No, that's just what I had today.
Oh, what's your choice?
Usually I go for with the everything bagel. I happen to like more salty.
That
savory,
one's very
whatever.
salty.
I like salt. Not like pure. You got to put 100.
No, you put everything.
It's not that salty.
Salt in everything.
That's true. I'll eat salt plain if I want it. That just goes to show you how bad cinnamon raisin with cream cheese is.
Well, anyways, Sammy's bagels.
I would say
light and fluffy on the inside, nice and crunchy
on the outside. Right.
Exactly.
Because again, ladies and gentlemen, it's not about what's on the outside, but it's about what's on the inside. No, not really. I'm kidding.
I feel like
nobody cares. I'm just kidding.
To each their own.
Yeah,
to each their own.
Shidduchim. Yeah. So
every time you say shidduchim, we should take a shot.
Probably. I'm not a big drinker.
Able to get through.
It's not good for shidduchim if people think I'm an alcoholic.
I know.
For the record, I don't really drink. I drink water, really, milk. A lot of Dr. Pepper.
We could do a shot of
we'll have our own drink. Juice?
Like apple juice?
Oh my Lord.
Grape juice?
Grape juice. Why?
I don't know.
Whatever.
It'll make a fun game out of it because I feel like you're going to be saying it a lot.
Right. Okay, fine. We'll think about it. If anyone has any good ideas, please feel to reach out.
If anybody wants to sponsor our podcast, please reach out.
Definitely. We love to take your money.
Sammy's?
Yeah.
Definitely. Listening from Sammy's?
Because honestly, I don't know. From a logistical perspective, if we want to have a guest, I still have to figure out how to add another mic or whatever. So
we can just go back and forth.
We'll just go back and forth, right?
With our mic.
Really, yeah.
Or we could share a mic at the same time.
I'm not sure. Right. I actually have 2 really awesome mics in my closet. I just need to figure out how to combine everything. So I used to do everything.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll figure everything out.
It's a learning curve process.
That is exactly
and everybody will be learning with us. And curving with us.
That's right.
Learning and curving together.
That's right.
All right, guys, thank you so much for listening. I hope you enjoyed our podcast. If you want to write us any really funny stories that we'll read out loud, we don't have to say anybody's name or anything. It'll be totally anonymous. Or if you have any questions, you want to come on our show, you can email us at good for shidduchim at gmail.com. And should I spell it?
Sure.
Okay. GOODFOR.
I hope our listeners have somewhat of an education who can spell.
Oh my god, because I can't. I have to write it while
it's okay. You do 12-hour shifts as a nurse. It's all right. It's fine.
Yeah, but I've been off the past couple days. I have no excuse.
So since our host is kind of losing it, I can spell it out for people. I'm joking. Do you want to go ahead? Do you want to?
No, you do.
All right. So it's good for shidduchim. Remember, as you're typing, you just have to put your finger on the key for at least 10 seconds. Shidduchim.
No, don't do that.
Fine. Good for shidduchim. GOOD. In case you couldn't spell that. For FOR shidduchim. SHIDDUCHIM at gmail.com. And one thing we haven't mentioned yet, actually, is we're actually going to have a segment reading people's shidduch resumes and basically redoing or repimping out shidduch resumes. And
Even if you send a spoof one, we'll read it and we'll think it's funny.
right, yeah.
It doesn't have to be serious.
So if you want to send in your shidduch resume, please send that in. Love to see
Or
it.
if you want our real opinion about it,
We would definitely say that.
we'll definitely.
I mean,
put that
6,000 women can send in their resume. They're all the same, anyways. Family oriented
Oh,
and
right, Matt.
very right, because nobody else is, right?
Right. Okay.
Exactly. All right.
Thanks,
So
guys.
yeah, and okay, we'll see you then.
It's good for shidduchim.
That's right. Remember, if it's not good for shidduchim, it's
Bad for shidduchim.
that's right. We need to work on our taglines. We will get there, but yeah, just we'll close off. And remember, everything will always be about shidduchim. Catch you in the next episode.